I've been the butler for the wealthy Blackwood family for 30 years. Mr. Blackwood treated me like a son, but after he passed away, his real son, Arthur, inherited everything. He saw me as just a servant and made my life miserable. One rainy afternoon, Arthur threw a party. He demanded I fetch a bottle of vintage wine from the cellar, a special one his father had been saving. As I reached for the bottle, my hand brushed against a loose brick in the wall. Curiosity got the better of me. I pulled the brick out, and bayoneted, I found a small, locked metal box. What could this be? Mr. Blackwood never mentioned it. I quickly hid the box under my coat, my heart pounding. This felt important, like a secret meant only for me. Later that night, after the party guests had left and the mansion was quiet, I took the box to my small room. I didn't have the key, so I had to carefully pry it open with a small knife. Inside, nestled on a bed of velvet, was a single, ornate key, and a letter sealed with a Blackwood family crest. My hands trembled as I opened the letter. It was from Mr. Blackwood. His familiar handwriting jumped out at me. He wrote that he always saw me as the son he never had, praising my loyalty and kindness. He said, Arthur lacked the character to manage the family's true legacy. The letter instructed me to use the key to open a safe hidden behind a portrait of his grandfather in the library. It called it my real inheritance. My mind was racing. What did he mean? Was this some kind of test? The next day, I waited until Arthur left the house for one of his long lunches. My heart was in my throat as I walked into the grand library. The portrait of the old Mr. Blackwood stared down at me, his eyes seeming to follow my every move. I carefully lifted the heavy frame off the wall, revealing a modern, digital safe. It looked completely out of place in the old mansion. I used the key. The lock clicked open, and the heavy door swung wide. Inside wasn't gold or jewels, but stacks of documents, deeds, stock certificates, and bank statements. It was the entire Blackwood fortune. A second letter was waiting for me inside the safe. Mr. Blackwood explained everything. He had legally transferred all his assets to a trust in my name a year before he passed. The will Arthur had was just for the house and a small allowance, a decoy to test his character. Mr. Blackwood knew his son would fail, that he would squander what little he had and show his true colors. He trusted me, and only me, to manage the family's legacy responsibly and to do good with it. He wanted me to use the wealth to support the charities he cared about and to live a comfortable life, free from servitude. It was an unbelievable act of trust and generosity. The next morning, I didn't put on my butler uniform. I dressed in a fine suit I found in Mr. Blackwood's closet. It fit perfectly. When Arthur returned, he found me sitting in his father's favorite armchair in the library, holding the legal documents. He was furious, shouting and calling me a thief. But when my lawyers arrived and explained the situation, his anger turned to disbelief, then to despair. He had lost everything through his own arrogance. As for me, my life changed overnight. I went from being a servant to the master of the mansion, but I never forgot Mr. Blackwood's kindness. I dedicated my life to honoring his legacy, using the fortune to help others, just as he had wished. It just goes to show you that true worth isn't about bloodlines, but about character. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this one.